But we were getting into the climax now. As I speak, 2 candidates have been consecutively eliminated. Dashi Quay caved the Gwang's head right in as soon as he lost his final coin. What a dramatic double knockout finish. And in first place, we still have, yes, Queen of the Zio family.
There he is, get him. Who's that? Is he from the Jia family? We'll never defeat Jia Qiu anyway. Let's take out the last Jia Baoyu out.
Oh, cool. Random unnamed mooks. Looks like everyone's getting more desperate. Oh, they're all cornered just like us. Like, damn it. It's not like they're gonna, like, win a ton of coins by coming after us. Our best course of action now would be to take advantage of the situation. They're saving us the time by coming at us with their coins. As we were descending and fighting off groups of enemies after enemies, a loud bang of firearm echoed from not too far across the hallway. Lin Dai, who had leaped in front of Hong Lu, falls to the ground. Oh, she took it down, Mr. President! Goobo!
She was certainly not my intended target. Forgive me. I am still acclimating to the use of the Seago. That's right. It is I, bitches. I am back. It is never easy to aim right.
Dayu, babe, are you alright? That's a pretty big wound. I'm alright. D, why? Like, come on. You could have, like, let that bullet hit, like, Sinclair or something. Excuse me? Don't give me that look. It was just like a force of habit. Or have you already forgotten? I am from the Lin family, the family of bodyguards. My wounds could be rewound, Dayo. Are you stupid? Unlike yours, you're new. You knew this. I cannot use
Garden View and Garden 2s.
life insurance anyway. That's what you were concerned about. It won't work on someone who's been dead for too long. Hong Lu's eyes trembled briefly. He almost had a feeling there. My thoughts wandered to visions of Ziran's past into her present. Perhaps he did it as well. Perhaps I thought I could make amends for even a small fraction of years of resentment I had harbored for you. Besides, I don't want to see you in pain.
This is quite strange. Would anyone in the know care to explain to me why this wound on a different candidate's clan is causing such a stir? Allow me to impart a word of advice. Do not be so hasty in forging fellowships. You might come across a fellow whom you had trusted to be comrade who would build a future together, only for them to flit away without a word.
You will not speak with such impudence, Gubo. Our shared past is not to be subject of your ridicule. I remember what you did to me.
Of course, our recent exchanges tell me that you have learned to speak without letting the dirt on the ground draw the majority of your attention. Look at you having some agency. Oh man, it's another failure of mine, I guess. But he's saying, I very much prefer your old self. Can you get back into the drugs? That would be great. Now you are much too, let's see, much too slick. I can tell from your complete lack of hesitation in coming from a new fellow's defense. So please, get out of my way. I do not wish to hit a wrong target again.
Bitch, you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. There's no need, Gubo. Look at what hangs from my little brother's waist. Oh, we're barely any coins there. Now that's bow pride. Enjoy Garden View and Garden, everyone. You dishonored the Gia family with your pathetic performance. We Gia deserve to be the very best of the 4 houses. You talk as though you have already met every candidate from the Gia family, brother. Oh, is that some sass I detect? Oh man, you almost had an devotion there. Yeah, you could say that. I made sure Zia Zishun wouldn't be eliminated soon enough. A foolish pair they were, both master and a bodyguard, not to mention the rest of her clan that may as well not exist. While the others are given arms and legs and their followers to traps to scavenge as many coins as they can. She stubbornly chose a straightforward, honest, and boring path. A privilege not availed to someone who's so low on coins. I was about to break her skull and end her suffering once and for all, but man, she managed to give me the slip. Not too interested in improving our horrible first impression, is he? Doesn't look like he's about to start a fight just yet. So let's administer some first aid for Miss Dayu here. It's a Dayu situation. No need. What? I sure here. That means, well, it's shame the last remaining candidate of the Zhu family is eliminated, but not before bringing such a dramatic defeat out of control Xi family candidate. Unfortunately, she wasted too much time in that fight and couldn't make it past the rising walls. If there are any clan members who have been separated from your candidate, please remain still where you are. You will soon be corrected according to the procedures. So, Miss Baoshai has been eliminated. It seems this is as far as I go. Brief though this journey may have been, I'm glad we were able to resolve many misunderstandings. I will wish you safe passage. So please, do return this time. The game is racing to its end. Let's try something unique this time. Will we enhance the experience, shall we? More immersion, more drama, more danger. Something like, let's see. What if we corral the top 3 candidates into the same room? The candidates' placement seems pretty concrete now, don't they? We can shake that up somehow in the greatest turnabout of the history. Games with predictable endings can get pretty boring for our dear with spectators. Like, they're gonna put us in the same room as them? Are we about to witness a turnabout? Is it even possible? Well, we'll find out soon enough. Now, this isn't this interesting. Made it to 3rd place with those paltry coins, then, oh man, the 1st place must have been really hoarding all the coins for himself. Allow me to interfere, little brother. I'd love to display even the faintest semblance of family with you. Although, I wouldn't mind if you'd make a correct assessment of your limitations. Drop out of the game now. Well, even is the point of this turnabout? Isn't just another way to make this show more interesting for the viewers to enjoy? Like, if we come in 3rd place, considering they're also likely shooting for the golden bow, we're almost guaranteed to, like, lose our objective to them. So, like, how the hell are we going to beat that GQ guy? especially with Jia Huan breathing down our necks. But we have no other choice, do we? If there's no way out, then our only path is inward.
Wait, you sure about this? Well, then we're waiting for you in there.
Heathcliff trailed off. Big Brother Q must be waiting for me in there. Big Brother Q followed his father's last name, but he was pretty much a part of the Kong family. He survived only because he happened to be away on the day of the Kong family's ruin. He only found out that after he returned, both his mother and the Kong family and his father from the Jia family were killed in a bloodbath, and he didn't even have a single close relative left. What welcomed him upon his return was the empty ruins of this building, the silence of the garden viewing garden people, and the tale of the Kong family's disgraceful greed, or how it destroyed them. Some servants warned me that Brother Q might come to take my life, as anyone could guess that I probably had something to do with that day, but he never came to find me. He simply left Garden Viewing Garden, and then Garden Viewing Garden 2. So, the fact that he has returned to us must be proof of his end-to-fact determination and will. Of course, I wouldn't know what that's like.
Oh, so you finally decided to arrive.
Jia Q was waiting for us just as Hong Lu predicted. As he farmed his aura, there he goes.
That's right. You know how long I've been standing here, just farming aura? I farmed it so hard, I got like 100 billion coins.
We couldn't tell how long he'd been waiting for us here. He didn't appear to even be remotely tired or angry. He just was. How nice it must be of them to bring us all together. Isn't their intent quite obvious? Gathering us all in here. They're telling us to rid ourselves of the trouble of finding each other and determine who comes to fight among us. The tension was palpable. No one was going to make the first move. There was Jia Huan, who'd always been hostile towards Hong Lu and us. And then there was Jia Ku, whose innermost thoughts we couldn't hope to grasp, but most likely harbored much anger towards Hong Lu and carried the torch of vengeance for his family's destruction. Like, look, there's something written up there. A question written in large red letters. State the virtue of the family hierarch. Now, we have the top 3 candidates all gathered in this room. Are we about to find a winner of this game right here, right now, right in this room? So, with the gravity of this particular situation clearly communicated, was twice something completely different this time. Different, but most appropriate for the ceremony of selecting the next hierarchy of Garden Viewing Garden. We are to engage in dialogue. I'm very good at that. I can filibuster until everyone dies of smartum. Hilarious. Had enough of the bloodshed then. Shall we end this game with a sophisticated little confabulation on the sanctimonious' virtues instead? Might as well put a bow on it, why don't you? But all of this was but the host's suggestion, nothing more. If either Jia Ku or Jia Huan decides to just attack us anyway, we have no choice but to fight them. Oh, what now, brothers? There's a possibility that forfeiting the game now could result in us placing third. However, what must also be considered is that outside this room, there are other candidates who have collected a similar number of coins as we have. It is possible that there are additional coins to be collected, the sum of which may be greater than our current sum. Yeah, like, but the biggest problem right now is that the only other clan that's aware of the Golden Bow currently ranks higher than we do. Not only are they aware of it, it's probably the whole reason they're participating in this game. At this point, they might as well have already obtained it as if they were to forfeit now. Damn it, I can't strategize without knowing what he's thinking. He's impenetrable. Do you have mind reading powers? Oh. Otis, of all people, appeared completely stumped. This certainly does not bode well for our plan. That big fella, he's not much of a talker and seems to be the kind of guy who prefers to destroy his way to success than talk things out, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just look at this absolute gigantic dude. They have given us a platform to parley. Thus rightly parley we shall. Now that's unexpected. You're gonna have to play along with this meaningless game, Jia Ku. I met the Wang family on my way here. Then he, whom we all had known to be quite clever, was sitting alone without coins, waiting for his elimination to be confirmed. And do you know what he said to me then? That he'd already achieved his victory of the game, and he'd already given his coins to the one who deserves them the most, for anyone who does not claim them. I was tickled by that insolence, so I thought to separate his head from his torso, but the hash show of this evaluation site leaped in to protect him. Jia Ku, why would you seek the Wang family's alliance now of all times, man? Alliance. Quite the lofty phrasing from what that was. I had merely discerned what he had deemed to be good and promised that I would make it so. What could you possibly have after essentially severing yourself from Garden Viewing Garden? 3 years to offer him that Wang family doesn't already have. To ask one to state the virtue of the family hierarch is to ask one to state what it is that Garden Viewing Garden, soon to be under the lordship of the new hierarch, needs the most to dissolve this vile distinction, to restore to the righteous path this land's trajectory of history. Dyed crimson with the blood spilled in the name of our selfish avarice. We need those two virtues, humanity and propriety. Unlike the other two, who seemed to be more engaged in this debate than I'd expected, Hong Lu kept his aloof silence as though none of that was of any interest to him. Speak, Bao Bao. Don't treat him as though he's on the same scale on which we operate, GQ. Like, I seriously think, like, he's got, like, a mental condition. I'm pretty sure he has no brain cells up there. Does not even possess an ounce of ambition nor the heart to bloviate meaninglessly about his purposes. Yeah, Brother Juan is right. How could someone like me even dream of participating in such a grand discussion of great causes? Listen, I'm just kind of here to just do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, would it not be much more, I don't know, productive for you to just tell us more of your thoughts, big brother? If I have a thought, the voices come back, and I don't want to hear the screaming again. To reply to my lord's question with such a facetious query signifies that he lacks the vision to perceive the grand picture. Boy, this is the kind of question you can just put up an answer for, isn't it? Just don't put him on a spot. Like, just give him some time to. You still fail to realize what which party among those present wields the sharpest blades? Because it ain't you. I don't know if you know this, but that's a bat. Shame you don't understand the significance of this powerful choosing to engage in rhetoric over crushing others with the sheer might of time's chaos. Honestly, I have no idea what kind of answer you're looking for from me, brother.
It's my first act of goodwill towards you, and quite possibly the final opportunity I may be able to afford you. You discard it regardless, blinded to its significance.
Brother Q, you must be anticipating something from me.
Anticipation, is it? An imprudent anticipation begets nothing but despair in the face of futility, leaving nothing but a hollow heart in its wake.
But still, I have deigned to grant you my valuable time for that slim potentiality once I saw within you.
By doing so, I risk delaying everything that I had prepared for a long, long time. Yet you still evade my every query.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
To swallow one's words when it is their turn to speak to hide them. As you insist on stopping and veiling your thoughts, I am, perforce, compelled to act in a manner unbecoming of a noble man. It seems that I must dabble in your methods today, Zilu. I shall afford you neither the wherewithal nor the time to mask your ruminations. Bring forth a real answer. Do not let it languish behind your tongue. The beating shall commence until answers improve. All right, I guess I'll have to get involved directly.
Oh, now you're staggered. That's fine. Bro! GQ does not give us even a moment to catch our breath. The unrelenting storm of strikes pummels Honglu and the rest of us to the ground, but he doesn't seem even remotely winded by that effort. I could tell that it wasn't his full force. He wasn't looking to kill us here outright. If you're gonna toy with him, why don't you at least hit him harder, huh? Regardless of Jia Huan's snide remarks, Jia Q only looked down wordlessly at Honglu, who was still trying to catch his breath.
You have no answers still?
Honglu's eyes wander like something swimming through veils of time. Oh, wow, we really are just beating the character development right into him. Garden viewing garden. Needs. But the silence continues, letting the countless moments in time to pass by unseen. Don't pretend like you're ruminating on some great secret of the world. Why did you save him? No, let me ask you a different question. Why did you save her, and only her, Bao Bao? Lin Tayo, she was also supposed to be there at the event with the Kong family. Instead, she alone was found hiding in some shed far from the building, wasn't she? Because I'm a kid? What do you want from me? Gee, Juan, his future in garden viewing garden was more precious than anything you could have ever done, anything you could have ever been, more than this dull, meaningless life you cling to. Brother, humans die. It's what they're born to do. I've had trauma literally beaten into me, dude. Alright, I'm pissed off now. Even if an answer to your question exists, what meaning would it have? In our lives that are but sparks that go out in the blink of an eye, what meaning would all this suffering, happiness, pain, and sorrow have? They all float away with the flow anyhow. To not desire more, not to discard what's given to us, and instead to simply and fully accept the present. That must be what the remorseless path to the true inner peace, right?
Even in poverty-stricken lives, if one finds contentment with what is given to them, they will find inner peace. I see. However, Bao Bao, I must doubt the truthfulness behind your words. For you do not know poverty. Knew true poverty, you wouldn't be making poor people jokes constantly. You would also know that it is not something to be uttered so lightly within that insolent smile of yours. None of us here, in garden viewing garden, neither you nor I deserve to discuss it in the manner in which you have.
I think he's right, babe. You want us to just accept what's given to us? That it just is what it is? That's too wretched and pathetic for the poor. Like, come on, babe. Like, I've been the poor. Shadows draw over Jiaqiu's expression as though he observes every hour that has been slipping through Honglu's fingers, and he remains patient. It seems as though he was waiting for a reply he thought Honglu must rightly give.
Spew such hollow, worthless lies in place of the truth that you so nearly uttered. Let it out, your truth. That is what I wish to hear. To be content with what is given to us, and to live a life long unburdened by sickness and worry on account of inequities. If they were truly replies risen from the fathoms of your heart, then I would have accepted them and thereby drawn my conclusions. Screw this. It's phase 2 time. Yet, I am yet to hear your answer. The beatings shall continue until answer improves. Again, Bao Bao, your answer. What part of this do you not understand? How many times do I have to beat your friends? Were you brain dead? Yes!
That's what trauma will do to a child. Oh, we won. We didn't have to beat the shit out of him. We just like, all right, you know what? I'm calling it here. I'm calling it here. All right, time out. Time the fuck out, okay? Oh, man, come on, dude. You could do better than that. Like, God, jeez, you just got fluid sacked. I can smell the Kool-Aid from here. Gee, you got beat so hard, I can taste the Kool-Aid. This is unbearable. What an utterly vain exchange. As I said earlier, what Garden View and Garden needs is a realist at its helm who knows how to pursue the practical interests, you know? How did none of you even understand that there's nothing more, nothing less to it than that? Come on, guys, you can't be that stupid.
Not incorrect. Yet Jiahon, while your way is sound in reason, it is hollow.
Then, Brother Q, would you say that you walk the way of humanity and righteousness?
What did you see?
What shape did my way
take in your eyes?
I saw fervor, burning, like fire melting many things away with its warmth. If you indeed walk the way of the humanity and righteousness, then what does it mean to be virtuous?
You have said it yourself. Years of fell deeds have shaped the valleys that devoured men. People have accepted the broken, iniquitous establishment as reason, as part of immutable nature. And in this malformed existence, the hearts of men were cooled and hardened. But benevolence, the true humanity and righteousness, is what softens the calcified heart. Do not ask about that day. Do not try to learn more of that day. It was but the consequences of the Vinavris. Pitiful, yet deserved. You weren't the only one who was forced to let everything float away, little Bao Bao. The difference is that I never did let go.
But there was nothing. There's nothing but an infinite bottomless darkness. All I could think of was that I wanted someone to hold me and tell me that it was all gonna be okay. Enter now, little Bao Bao. The reveres and ran away. I wanted to let it all out. All of it. Everything that I witnessed, but never should have been made to. The ecstatic screeching of the eldritch things, the echoing hatred of the dying and the dead, the wailing universe. Laughter, shouting, screaming did nothing. After today, nothing good will ever happen to me again. So please, please comfort me. Tell me that everything's gonna be okay. Tell me I don't have to be scared anymore.
Whoa. Welcome, little Bao. Wow! Welcome, little Bao Bao. Little Wow Wow. Whoa, I have not watched anything as exhilarating as that sight in centuries. The beginning was the most enjoyable part. Whoa, and that one pathetically clung to her life, scrambling away from the chaos in spite of his twisted ankle. Whoa, it truly is fascinating how a mere crawling human could be so engaging to watch. Wow, 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 wow. Wow! The entity from the outskirts, conceived and born from the Kong mother's womb, certainly reached adulthood swiftly. Oh, truly, it was a most magnificent sight. I'll not soon forget that glint of hunger in its eyes when the reproductive instincts kicked in. Oh, yeah, wow, wow. Oh, man, a most heavenly offering it was. Whoa. We shall remember this to sustain our amusement for months to come with this rare gift of yours. Wow, wow. Bao Bao, our dear little Bao Bao, you are our family's peerless jade. It shines like a mirror in a window that reflects to us what lies beyond the iron threshold of the Taiken temple. Oh, do preserve to cleanse the shine your light. Ensure that the glint is unmarred by cloudiness. Over yonder on a small field, I made a burial of flower petals. I collected the petals and blossoms in my flower pouch and gave them a pretty burial. That way, even when they return to dust, they'll still be clean like they were never here bright. And now that I buried them, I found myself free from this suffocating, endless flood of colors. Only then could I smile. Little Bao Bao, you've abandoned your way in Garden View and Garden. Desire bereft of humanity and righteousness begets only self-immolation. Yet desire, guided by adherence to the way, maintains its embers. If fire does not rise to meet the darkness upon its descent, all roads shall converge on a path with nothing but nihility as its culmination. So what lies within, Bao Bao? What has slumbered, nestled within you all those years?
I buried it all, brother.
In the end, only I, alone, enter the crater. Thus, I am the only one who may lift myself out of its depths.
But Garden View and Garden 2 needs.
Little Bao Bao, you cannot save everyone. I know I can't save everyone, but at least this one person who's about to fall, please, is kindness. To be kind is to care about one another, to embrace those who suffer. It is to cry alongside a grieving friend. It is to join in laughter when they are elated with joy. It needs the warmth of kindness and great gentleness.
Your words flow like a vast, winding river that wishes to bring all of existence into its gentle embrace. Yet kindness alone, while it may illuminate those who surround you, will never be enough to embrace all those who need it.
That's not true. Hung Lu continues, his voice carrying more confidence than it did a moment ago. If people can see, feel, and share the same sorrow and joy they see in others, and if that moves them to hold one another, even if it's just one other person, everyone can be moved to embrace someone, to share the warmth of a fellow human, even if it can't hope to hold them all by myself.
That was quite the lacking answer, given all the time I have granted you, but it suffices. In nihility, everything becomes consumed by the monotonous, gray meaninglessness. But an empty canvas.
G&Q. Oh man, you've been waiting to prodding this whole time for these wishy-washy platitudes. Come on, man, dude. I just don't understand, man. That idiot's drivel could not be further from what it means to rule. Kindness can't give people satisfaction they desire. No kindness can ever save any lives, nor did it ever fill a starving stomach.
Ji-Yuan, you need only walk the way of your own choosing. But in this room, I shall pursue my own idea of true humanity with clarity, without a moment's hesitation.
What are you gonna do?
It means that I will forfeit the family hierarch evaluation.
What? Bewildered and panic. What?
Now, only Bao Bao and his clan must remain. Should you choose to forego the same choice that I'm about to make, then prepare to spill much blood. But it is not the throne of the family hierarch you have come here to seek, is it?
You know me well. My goal lies far beyond this insignificant squabble surrounding who becomes the next hierarch of Garden View and Garden 2. I swear to God. But I don't appreciate being told what to do by someone who presumes he had some sort of control over me. I'll forfeit this game as well. It's just for lame losers anyway. I've already collected more than enough of these stupid coins. GQ walks past us, making his way towards the exit of this room on his own accord. Wait, like, but why? GQ left the room without saying another word. GQ and one of Zia family both simultaneously eliminated from the game via forfeiture. Oh, hold on, babe. Doesn't that put us in first place?
What's wrong with that? Oh, man, like, everyone's gonna remember this day. I'd rather much come in first and play second.
Like, that's not the problem. Like, we're here to pick up that golden bow from the treasury, not seat Hung Lu in the throne of the family hierarch, you idiot. Wait, there's someone out there who's still trying her damnedest to become the family hierarch, and she still hasn't given up. Hey guys, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Sometime later.
Thus, the family hierarch evaluation has come to an end. I extend my admiration and congratulations to every candidate and their clans for their exemplar participation in this event.
Hey, so, this is actually, like, happening, right? Someone tell me how this is actually happening. I don't understand.
I implore upon all those present to accept this sacred outcome with grace. The victor will first descend to the taken temple and pay their respects to our revered elders. Then, upon returning to the surface, they will march to the first floor of
Garden View and Garden.
and assume the seat of the family hierarch of
Garden View and Garden 2. I'll be honest, babe. We're all still trying to understand how we actually got here.
The following are the final results of this family hierarch evaluation. Third place, Juan of the Xia family. Second place, Bao Bao of the Chia family.
Have you an inkling of why he has done such a thing, Hung Lu?
No, not really.
Well, all's well that ends well. All right. Hey, no, that's not, I don't, but like, why me? Why would I?
And first place, our next venerable hierarch and the final victor of the family hierarch evaluation, Zishun of the Xia family.
Yay! Good job, sis! Look at you! Congratulations! Congratulations! I'm really the next hierarch? The games ended with a hush, devoid of even the perfunctory applause the market's closing. We literally just came out here and gave everyone sanity damage. That's how the family hierarch war came to a close. Look at that. And now we go all the way up into space. Look, we're a cloud now. Oh, hell yeah.